Hi everyone. So, I'm back. Killed me phone, killed me dryer, killed my stove, killed me toaster. Got a new phone. Thank goodness Big W's got really good warranty on their phone. So it was less than a year old. But I'm here to unbox seeds. I don't know if everyone else finds it as exciting as me, but I love it. I love getting a package in the mail. So everyone on a tight budget. We're a low income family, and I put $20 each fortnight aside out of our pay to buy garden products, whether that be soil, whether that be seeds, tubers, whatever. So most of my seed orders are around the $22 to $30 mark, depending on the postage. So this one here is one of my favourites. I love Garden Larder. So she's in Victoria. She has awesome seed packets. And I love the fact that her seed packets match my own personal ones. So when you're really, really lucky and you have ordered seeds, sometimes you'll get bonus seed packets. I suggest that everybody, I don't care who you are, everybody needs to check the invoice. So you'll have your name, sometimes you get a picture, and the quantity that you've ordered. Check that back on the payments you've made. User error, quite a lot of time you've got multiple people packing your order, or they're waiting for a seed to come available, they haven't got enough packaged, and sometimes they'll swap out things. So you might have ordered Spanish radishes and you'll get French radishes instead if they've sold out. So just be careful with some companies. Garden Larder doesn't. Garden Larder are awesome. So she'll normally let me know if she doesn't have something. I think I've got all her seeds that she actually sells because I'm an addict. I am. So I'm pretty excited today. So I've got black Russian tomatoes, and we've got some really different. So these are an Italian butternut pumpkin. So they're supposed to be mold resistant. So before I buy seeds, I normally research if they're going to grow in my area, because not everything that grows down in Victoria is going to grow up here in far north Queensland. But where I am, I'm really lucky. So I get a huge range in temperatures here. So I can pretty much grow everything as long as I plant it at the right time of year. So that knowledge will come with you. So just because someone goes, oh, you can't grow that there, have a bit of a think, and it might just be you have to swap when you plant your seeds. So when you move to a new place, you're having a diary and writing down the temperatures that you've had, when your last frost was, talk to your neighbours, see when they can remember if the last frost was like in September, which is here. Second week of September is normally my last frost, or my last possible frost. Only happened once. Disastrous enough I'm not going to get caught again. So sorghum. So this is what witches' brooms are made out of, which, being a witch, I love doing. So I'm really looking forward to it. And the seeds are black to gold to yellow to red. It's awesome. Very, very high growing sorghum. So, and it will cross pollinate. We've got 4-cooked giant silverbeet. So this one I can trace back a long, long time from when this was first available to the public. There's a lot of companies that sell the same brand of silverbeet. However, I know coming from this particular company that I get a really good strike rate from, and the seeds are fairly fresh. And that's what you have to watch. When you get seeds, I will actually mark all of these seed packets with the date that I bought them. So it'll just be a broad one. So this one will be July because it's arrived in July. And then next year, when I'm going through my seeds and I'm planting these seeds again, because being in the tropics, I'll only plant maybe 1 or 2 lots of this seed each season. And like silverbeet here is spring for me. I don't get a lot of success in summer. So I won't be planting this again until, you know, probably end of spring, mid-spring. So it's nearly a good 9-10 months before I plant another lot. So by marking the date, I know how old my seed is. So older the seed gets, the less germination you have. So it's important to keep track of what you're getting. If you're new to the gardening scene, as a lot of you are, it's really good to do a garden diary. So take it to the garden, just a cheap diary, whatever you have. Doesn't matter if it's out of date, doesn't matter if it's a leap year one or whatever. But write down in it, oh, this is what I'm planting, this is how many I've planted. And then later on, when you're sitting down in the garden, you're having your cuppa in the morning or coffee, whatever, you can go, oh, look, you know, my silverbeet or my radishes, they're doing really, really well and they're 6 months old. Probably not radishes, but you know what I mean. And you can keep track of it. And then when you save that seed has memory and you just keep it going. And that's the point of heirlooms. I really do think everybody should be growing heirlooms, just because you can save your own seed and then replant it, and you will keep regenerating stronger and stronger plants for your area. And then share seeds. It's great. So and then I've got carob. So this is sweet pod carob. So most people know carob as a dry carob powdered that you use like Milo sort of thing, and they sell it as chocolate. Yeah, it's not chocolate. It's not great. I don't like it. However, this is a sweet pod carob. So you actually eat the beans and the pods, the inside of the pod, and they're really sweet and it's really delicious. So a lot of the commercial ones is a slightly different strain of carob, but this one I've heard really good reports on. So I'm looking forward to long-term plans, and a person who has woken up and realises that every tree planted is going to benefit everybody. So planting trees that you're never going to sit under shows a change in mind, a change in our goals in life, that we can plant something to benefit somebody else. And these do take quite a few years to fruit. And if I'm not here, I'm not here. But it'll benefit somebody else. And if I am here, I get to benefit. So I will, plant them and hope that I'm still here another 5 years to eat them. If not, I'll have to take a cutting and take it with me when I move. So, another pumpkin, because I got lots of pumpkins. So this one is a winter luxury pie. So it's a very round pumpkin. So we'll see. I'm experimenting, as with everybody. And I love this corn. I love mountain corn. So this is painted mountain corn. I'll actually open this to show you the seeds. I love these seeds. They're so pretty. Whoop, I dropped some. So you got like yellow, but look at this red. Oh, if I can pick it up. See how red it is? So there are all these lovely, hang on. I can't show you how. I need something to show you on. That's not my hand. Oh, get back in there. I have dropped corn seeds everywhere. Oh, and I just dropped some more. Hoping. See that lovely... Oh, I just dropped more corn. So there's black and there's burgundy and there's like blue ones and there's white ones. So it's a flower corn, so it's a maize. But the thing that people don't realise with the maize, there's so many colours in that. There's even pink in that. I wish. Just don't know how to turn my camera because I don't have a tripod at the moment. But look how... Focus on it. Hang on. If I press that... No, you're not going to focus on it. But it's literally nearly the colour of my glove. It's just the most beautiful colours. But anyway, I got sidetracked, sorry. I'm good at getting sidetracked. So maize has really high starch content. So that's what you'd make your corn flour with, cornbread with, and that sort of thing. If you actually eat it as milk corn, so this is the corn that hasn't matured properly, so your silks are still nice and green on them, but the corn cobs are filled out. If you break them off then and eat them fresh, or you roast them fresh in the actual skin, they're actually really, really nice. And that's what they call like milk corn. You used to be able to get like those little tiny corn kernels in the cans. You used to be able to get them frozen as well. That's technically like a milk corn. But yeah, you eat them when they're a bit bigger. So when they're about half grown, you feel the outside and it's like you feel the kernels. That's when you pick it, and just enough for your family. So then you get a wider time to actually get produce from your garden. So you're not getting one pick of corn. You're getting multiple picks of corn. And when they're as a milk corn, you can actually freeze them like that and they'll still be good. Not as nice as fresh, sadly, but it just gives you another option. And growing stuff now is about giving yourself options, because you just won't get the value we used to get in food unless you grow it yourself. And corn's wonderful. Really heavy feeder though. You need to really feed your soil to grow good corn. And I'm going to say this one wrong. Chaffa or chuffa. C-H-U-F-A. Chaffa. It's actually a type of yellow sedge. So sedge is a really pest grass where I am. Yeah, no, I've brought in weeds. I informed my husband after I bought the bulbs. Or I think they're called rhizomes. So they don't look very impressive at the moment. And they're quite fibrous feeling. But when you grow them, all these will set off little tiny rhizomes, pups. I grow the stuff. I don't really know the technical words for it, as you can tell. But you grow them, and then in autumn, you sift your soil and you get all these little things here, and they're like a nutty, popcorny, yeah, they're just yummy. Don't know quite how to describe it, but they are really, really nice. So I've ordered some from someone that's growing one that is actual yellow sedge, the edible ones, because this has been improved so you get more bulbs. So as much as the ones I've got at my paddock, it's a pain in the butt. It's same family, but this one's the really nice edible one. So I'm going to be planting those, and I'm going to plant them in pots because I don't want to run the risk of them spreading out through the rest of the garden. I have quite a few things like that I grow in pots just because I don't want to spread. Mint's one of them. Yeah, mint's an issue here. So, yeah, chaffa, however you say it, but I'm a little bit excited about those. So I've got 25 to play with. But yeah, I'll let you know how they go. You can also squirrel them like I squirrel my potatoes, so I don't wait for my potato crop to be all ready. I'll actually start ferreting and digging out my potatoes before they're due and eat them as new potatoes. So they don't store well, but they're delicious cooked, and we eat the whole skin and everything. So that's my little unpacking, which is always exciting for me anyway. Don't know if everyone else finds it exciting, but I find it very exciting. And you should always keep your seeds at fridge temperature is great if you put them in the crisper of your fridge, if you've got a totally airtight container and you've got space in your fridge. I have a lot of space in my fridge because I pick straight from my garden. So I don't store a lot of stuff in my fridge. A little bit of meat, the milk from the goats, my butter, and any like jams and that sort of thing we've got open. and mustard and tomato paste and that sort of thing. Not a lot else goes in there, so hence I've got space for my seeds. I like the lunch boxes. They're a nice size to keep my seeds, and I put everybody in their right order, so all the pumpkins are together and all the beans are together, and my climbing beans are separate to my dwarf beans. So you keep for long-term storage, these packets are great. For long-term storage, they've actually got a plastic coating on the inside. You can see that plastic coating, and they're resealable, so they're really good for when you've got seeds that you've got yourself. So I've actually got these little packets of seeds, which I call my everyday seed packets, that even when I get like Eden seeds are a different size, I swap them into these paper ones and transfer the details I need on it, and anything I've researched, like when it was first registered and when to grow it and what it tastes like. And then if I find really good hints for myself, I actually write it on the packet. I'll go back and write it all down to say that I've got a really good crop or I had a really bad crop, and that way it just continues it. I've also got my own seed register, which I try to fill in, which I haven't finished yet. But yeah, keep them all in the fridge if possible. If not, try keeping them somewhere dark and cool. So like under people's beds are normally a really good place to keep them, because under there is not normally fluctuating in temperature very much. The same with the bottom of cupboards. You know, nobody really uses the bottom of cupboards, the bottom of, you know, wardrobes and that sort of thing. So that's another good option if you don't want to keep your seeds in the fridge. If you keep it in the fridge, it's not great to take it in and out, in and out, in and out, and have that fluctuation in temperature, because it actually brings the seed itself into distress. They're actually a living thing. These seeds are alive. They're dehydrated, but they're alive. And we want to give them the best longevity that we can for ourselves and for them, of course. So by keeping stuff in the fridge, so what I do to avoid that is I actually have my seed boxes, which have my everyday seeds, and then I have my seeding box. So I have a separate box, which is actually an old Filofax, and I have all the things I'm planting now. So every 2 weeks, I rotate those seeds from stuff that I've planted. So when I plant these seeds, they go in the back of the Filofax. And then, I think it's called a Filofax. Might not be called a Filofax. It's a thing with all the recipe cards or the business cards that has the little shelves in them that you flip forward, like a CD holder. Correct me if I'm wrong that it's not called a Filofax, because I think I've got it wrong. But yeah, so I have all my everyday seeds that I'm planting at the moment into that. And then I'll sit down at night and I'll put everything that I've planted that are in the back of it back into the seed box. And as I'm putting those back, I'll pull other stuff that I haven't planted yet and put it at the front. So that way these seeds are rotating. Now that box I don't put on the fridge. I actually put it on top of the cupboard in my kitchen. I've got a fairly cool spot in my kitchen, and that's where I sit that. And it works really, really well. The only things that you've got to remember, the smaller the seed, the less longevity it has. So lettuce seeds, onion seeds, little tiny seeds, basil seeds, that sort of thing, that are really, really small, they have a small shelf life. So try to plant those every 12 months and save seeds every 12 months. However, these big seeds like corn can last like 10, 20 years like that. I mean, even sunflower seeds, I've had sunflower seeds that are 14 years out of use by date, left in an open packet that were stuck at the bottom of someone's garden shed. So I thought, these things are never going to come up. They all came up, and of course I planted them too close together. Oops, I really didn't think they were going to come up. So you never know, you do have luck sometimes, and stuff just wants to grow. And all seeds want to grow. They really, really do. We just have to provide them what they need and they'll grow. So just remember, small seeds, small life. large seed, long life. Keep your seeds cool, keep them dry. I don't normally put seeds in the freezer, especially little seeds I don't put in the freezer. Things like beans and corn and that sort of thing, I do. When they're dry, you bite them and they'll crack. If you get a nice crack and not a bend, then you can put them through the freezer, and that just kills any extra bugs in it. But I just put bay leaves in my seeds, and that seems to keep most of the moths and the bugs and the weevils out of them. Bay leaf is awesome, dried bay leaf, or laurel leaf is the other name it goes by. It's really, really good. But yeah, so that's me unboxing, which I'm really happy about. And thank you very, very much to Garden Larder. She does an awesome job down there. I bought these early last week and they're here today. Today's Monday. So yeah, fantastic company. She does sell awesome potatoes. If you're down in Victoria and you want some really cool potatoes, she can send them to you. Up here we can't grow them because of our restrictions with what we can plant up here, because we are a potato growing area and there's diseases that cross. She can't send them here as growing potatoes. However, she does do these really cool taster boxes, so you can get potatoes and then cook them. So the colours are cool, really, really cool. Go and check out Garden Larder. So her website is Garden Larder, GardenLarder.com.au. So really, really cool. This is probably, it's showing up backwards, bugger. But yes, Garden Larder, go check it out. She's got some really, really fantastic stuff. Love the rat's tail radish I got last time. Even people who say, oh, we don't eat radish. No, thank you. The radish pods are really good. So go check it out. And yeah, big shout out to Garden Larder. Thank you very much for my seed order. And I will be putting more up on YouTube. I'm going to try for once a week, but we'll see what happens. Love to you all. Bye.